Hey there and welcome to Consultant Blind Guy. My name is Andrew and in today's episode we're talking about how you can make money by doing consulting. I hope you enjoy today's episode and find it helpful. Let's get to it. As I said, welcome to Consult Blind Guy. Today we're talking about how you can make money by doing consulting. Now, what is consulting or what is a consultant? Essentially, a consultant is somebody who has knowledge and information that you can go to and get their professional opinion from. They're kind of like an advisor, but they can do many different things. You could get consulting services on finances, legal matters, family matters, spiritual matters, and all kinds of other things. For instance, you're here. That's why I chose to call this channel Consult a Blind Guy. Originally, I was thinking of something along the lines of Ask a Blind Guy, but I wanted to sound more professional because I do have a great deal of knowledge in many different aspects of business. Not even just in business, but in many things in general. Content creation, audio stuff, video stuff, tech in general, and so on. So you could come to me, for instance, like there's a few of our community members here in the consulting crew who have come to me for my expertise and opinion when it comes to YouTube content creation, writing books, and podcasting, and so on. Now, why do they come to me? Well, I have over 20 years of experience within the content creation realm, doing video and audio and everything else. In fact, February 14th of 2023 will be the anniversary of 18 years on this platform alone. That is a ton of time to be making YouTube videos. Now I'm curious, just because I've mentioned this to a few other people about the anniversary coming up, do you know how YouTube got started? If you don't, I'll fill you in. Make your best guess down in the comments below. No cheating, no Googling. But if you don't, you're going to be in for a surprise when I tell you how YouTube actually got started. But to do consulting, it doesn't take much. If you have knowledge in something, you can potentially help somebody out or a business out by sharing your knowledge and observations of that particular topic, whether it's content creation specifically or broadly when it comes to doing videos, doing podcasts, doing YouTube, doing Twitch, doing Twitter, doing Facebook Live, or when it comes down to being an author and doing self-publishing, doing security consulting for businesses who are just starting up and trying to make sure that they have their security set up in a sufficient way, not only to potentially protect their customers, but to ensure they don't get broken into and stuff stolen from them, and so on. There's many aspects when it comes to being a consultant, as I mentioned a moment ago. And when it comes to being a consultant, you can either set it up in a couple different ways. You can get paid by the hour, or you could have it set up for like a membership, for instance, where you'll get a recurring revenue from that customer in order to continue to come back to you for a period of time. So you could potentially say, for instance, hypothetically charge $20 an hour to sit down and chat with somebody about whatever topic it may be that you're going to do consulting. And that person takes your advice from consulting them and doesn't return. That's a one-time $20 for an hour. Or you could potentially be like, well, for $500, I'll give you 3 months of service. That means at any point in that 3-month span for $500, they can come to you as often as they need to. You could even set this up on a yearly basis. It could be $500 for a year. But just remember that if you do a longer period of time, you should consider how often are they going to be contacting you? What ways are they going to be contacting you? Is it going to be an in-person consultation? Is it going to be a phone call? Is it going to be an email? Is it going to be a Zoom-style meeting? Because every time that they get a hold of you, that goes towards their use of that time. And if we say, for instance, you charge $500 a year and they hit you up at least once a week for that year, that's 52 weeks constantly hounding you. Not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it can be that you're taking up your time with that one customer. And that one customer paid you $500 and is literally, hey, I need help with this, or I need your input on this, I need your input on that, and so on. And that dwindles down on how much you're making overall. Yeah, you got paid that one lump sum, but that one lump sum could have just turned into a very small fraction compared to what it would have been if you charged by the hour. So for instance, we'll say your one-time chat is $20 an hour, right? And you have the yearly membership at $500. Consider this. If you charge $20 an hour and that person comes back to you at least once a week for an entire year, 52 weeks, at least once every week for 1 hour you dedicate to that one person, okay? That totals out to $1,040. Now, if you take that same person and only charge them $500, you're losing out a considerable amount of money compared to your one-time 1 hour fee. You're actually losing half, just over half of that $20 an hour to dedicate that 1 hour a week to that one customer. So you have to be wise on how much you're charging so you're actually making it worthwhile not only for your customer, but for you to be able to cover your front end expenses when it comes to your business and your time. Now, I'm not saying that you have to charge $20 an hour. I'm not saying you have to charge $500 a year or $1,000 and $1,040 a year for your services. These are all just hypotheticals, so you are kind of aware of the potential of income you could make from one customer on a short-term basis or a long-term basis. but you also have to remember to consider what your expenses are when it comes to having your business. If, for instance, you're working from your home and everything is either done on your phone, through email, or on a Zoom call, what does it cost you for those three resources? What is your Zoom membership cost? What does your phone bill cost you for your business? What does it cost you to take the time to do email? Is your email through Gmail? Is your email through a website? You have to consider these things. What does it cost you to have that space that you're working in within your home? Because yes, whether you realize it or not, part of your home business is tax deductible because of it being used for business. That's if you have a LLC or other style business registered in your state. Now, what if you're not based specifically at home? What if you have an actual office that you're paying for? What does it cost you to have that office that you go to rent it or own it possibly, or any mortgage fees or loan fees that you have to pay on that, the heating, the electric, phone, etc. You have to consider all these different factors. So this is just one of many different ways that you can be able to make money from home and online. If you're interested, you can head on over to consultablindguy.com/blog, where I have an article on this topic and many others for you to be able to make money from home and online. And also, maybe you'll consider purchasing my book, Income Booster, 100 Plus Businesses You Could Start From Home and Ditch the 9 to 5. There is literally something in there for everyone. Doesn't matter whether you're already employed full-time, part-time, unemployed, disabled, or a stay-at-home parent. There are tons of information in there to help you start making money from home and online in no time. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, found it helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day or evening, depending on where you are in the world, and we'll catch you in the next episode.